At the work party, my pregnant wife leaned over to her boss and said, "He's my office husband." The laughter around me was loud, forced, corporate, the kind of laughter that smells like perfume and ambition. I held my drink, untouched, and watched my wife from across the room. She was glowing. That's what everyone said. Pregnancy suits her. Her hands rested on her belly as if to remind everyone this was her moment, her triumph, her creation. And then it happened. She leaned closer to her boss, a tall man with 2 white teeth and too easy charm, and whispered something. He laughed, too loudly, too comfortably, and she said it again, just loud enough for the group near her to hear, "He's my office husband." The words sliced through the air like glass through silk. The people around them laughed. I didn't. I just stood there, watching her hand touch his arm, her head tilt slightly the way she used to tilt it when we first started dating, the same innocent angle that meant flirting without accountability. Something inside me went very still. Not angry, not shocked, just still. And in that stillness, I understood something I wasn't ready to admit. This wasn't new. It wasn't a joke. It was a confession disguised as humor. That night, while applause echoed for her presentation, my mind quietly began dissecting her every move, every text, every late night, every "don't wait up." The party was loud, but in my head, it was completely silent. I drove us home. She talked the whole way, about the decorations, about the compliments, about how her boss said she had leadership potential. Her phone buzzed twice. She turned it face down. Pregnancy had changed her, not just physically, emotionally too. Colder, secretive. Her affection toward me had become performative. A kiss when she needed something, a smile when I walked in, just long enough to look normal. When we got home, she went upstairs, humming softly, and I sat in the living room, lights off. I thought about that line again. Office husband. It echoed. Not because of what she said, but because of how she said it. A private truth slipped through the cracks of her social mask. And so, I began to remember the details. The way she laughed when his name came up. The way she defended him when I said his texts seemed a little much. The sudden need to stay late despite her growing belly. Denial is a funny thing. It doesn't scream. It whispers, "You're overreacting." But I wasn't. Not anymore. That night, as she slept beside me, I scrolled through our shared laptop. Emails, messages, work files. Nothing explicit, she was careful. But careful people leave traces. A photo, a calendar invite, a hotel conference in another city 2 months before she got pregnant. My breath slowed. My heart didn't race. It stopped caring. Because deep down, I already knew. Over the next week, I became 2 people. To her, I was the supportive husband, calm, patient, doting. To myself, I was a forensic mind, collecting patterns, mapping behaviors, timing lies. Her phone became a weapon she guarded. She started taking it into the shower, sleeping with it on silent, screen face down. I didn't confront her. That would have been emotional, predictable, weak. No, I watched. Her due date was 3 months away, which meant conception about 6 months back, the same time as that conference. So I did something that made me feel sick even as I planned it. I scheduled a paternity test, discreetly, using a friend in a lab. She didn't know. She wouldn't. She'd already given blood for prenatal tests. I just added one more use for the sample. Waiting for results was torture, but a quiet, almost meditative torture. Every night I'd lie beside her, listening to her steady breathing. Her body was creating life, and yet she'd already killed something between us. She'd tell me stories from work, how her boss was so funny, so thoughtful. Her eyes lit up when she said his name. They didn't when she said mine. She thought she was clever, that I was dull, trusting, harmless. She was half right. The results came on a Friday morning, a plain envelope, clinical, cold. I didn't open it right away. I made coffee. I watched the steam rise. When I finally tore it open, my hands didn't shake. The world didn't explode. It just went quiet. I sat there for a long time, reading the line again and again and again. When she came down later, dressed for work, she smiled. "Morning, babe." Her voice made my skin feel like ice. I handed her the envelope. She frowned, confused, then opened it. Her smile broke. Her lips parted. What is this?" I didn't answer, didn't blink, just watched the truth spread across her face like slow poison. Her knees buckled slightly. She sat. She started crying. I didn't comfort her. She said my name. I didn't respond. Finally, she whispered, "Please, it's not what you think." That made me laugh, a quiet, humorless sound, because she still thought there was something to save. I stood, walked to the window. The morning light touched her face, and I realized how unfamiliar she looked to me now. The woman I loved had been replaced by a stranger with my wife's face. I didn't shout, didn't accuse, didn't demand names. Instead, I told her this: "You don't need to tell me who. I already know." Her face drained of color. That told me everything. I continued, calmly, "I've already contacted your boss's wife. She'll be getting the results too, along with HR." Her eyes widened. Panic. Disbelief. I added, "You said he was your office husband. Now he gets to be your real one." I walked past her. She grabbed my arm, sobbing, pleading. But her touch meant nothing now, just static. I freed myself gently. No violence, no shouting. I packed a single suitcase, left my ring on the counter. Before I stepped out, I turned and said the only thing left to say: "You lied about life, so I'm done giving you mine." Then I left. It's been 6 months. She calls sometimes. I never answer. Her boss lost his job. His wife divorced him. And my ex-wife, she's alone. A single mother to a child that isn't mine. People say revenge should feel satisfying. It doesn't. It feels quiet, like standing in an empty room after a storm. Sometimes I think about the night at the party, her laughter, that one sentence, "He's my office husband," how a single moment can destroy everything. I live in a small apartment now, minimalist, clean, honest. I drink my coffee alone, but it tastes real, uncontaminated. If I ever see her again, I'll probably just nod, because forgiveness isn't mercy, it's detachment, and I'm finally detached.